some of the same struggles we do.
And
That
what aspect?
as far as finances
Oh,
and stuff.
okay.
So I'm thinking, along those lines, that it's not a bad idea that other cultures and stuff have said, okay, I think maybe this person should marry this person to solidify the family strength as far as finances. It does make sense financially wise. I know, wait a minute,
No, yeah.
not financially wise, but in my head, I feel like it should also make sense spiritually too. I think that it should.
Keisha.
I think on every aspect.
She said I'm late, but I'm here. Hey,
Keisha.
it's all right. It's all right. Glad to have you.
The topic is, how do you choose your partner? Is it based off finances? Is it based off spirituality? Is it based off physical? And for me now, I'm trying to look at everything as a whole. I want to make sure that they're looking at everything from every aspect. As much as possible.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. For me, it's like those are.
I want to make sure when they're talking to whoever they're deciding to be with, that they're having these real conversations, and it ain't just all about ooh and sex, because after a couple of years, sex goes away, and then what?
It don't go away.
It don't go away, but you know what I mean? No, it don't go away. But
on that note, so let's say one of them finds somebody that's not on that level, way not on that level, but they're talking about being together though. Do you have an issue with that? I'll say on my end, I had an issue with it because, like I said, where I grew up, a man is supposed to provide. So even as a young kid, date as a teenager, it was always the man's job to lead. As a teenager, I'm saying provide this and that and third.
But lead.
Like if we're going to go on a date to the movies, I'm supposed to pay. I'm supposed to be able to take her in if I wanted to come see. Like, give an example. Like when we came back, we were a little older then, but when we started getting back together, I would ride the train over to come see her. And some days she'd be like, don't ride the train. I'm like, oh, I'm on the way. So no, she would pay for me a cab to come. Then there's some days I'll send her and tell her, jump in the cab and come over here. And that was a mutual thing we did between each other. And that's what I'm saying. For me back then, we definitely need to be somewhere on the same page. And when I say that, I don't expect your money to match my money.
Right.
But I expect the reciprocation of what I'm doing to be reciprocated.
Right.
So.
And that's all I'm talking about. Fine. What is his goals? Like, what is he doing?
It's funny when you say that because
I
didn't have any goals.
Yeah, but your hustle and your drive was there.
Yes.
You took the lead. The initiative was there.
Can't take a cab now. Your whole check is gone.
Right. That's why they got Ubers. I guess that's why somebody came up with that.
Better get on that bike.
Right. Get on that bike and make that move.
Get that skateboard and kick push.
See, my thing is, what is that man what is he bringing to the table? Okay. Here's a better question for you.
For who, me? Yes, no.
I don't know how to put this.
Is it for me?
And I don't know. Maybe this will be a topic for next week.
So is this a question?
Yeah, because you just said something, and now it's bringing up something different. What happens when the woman is the breadwinner?
I would love to be
but some women
cook, I would
have
clean. I would sit at home and be happy.
But some women say they want that, and then they don't.
Well, when they say they want that, I think it's not that they don't want it. I think there's some other things that are not expressed that they're expecting. Like, y'all forgive me, don't beat me up for this. But like if a man is taking care of the household, he expect food to be cooked when he come home. And that was just an expectation. And it wasn't like enforced, but it was just an expectation among couples. Like he going out, being the breadwinner, when he comes home, and make sure he got a hot meal. In some households, you can't eat till the man eats first. In some households. So some people have an issue with it, some don't. I think sometimes if you like you said, with a woman, and then she wants that, but then she doesn't. I think she's expecting other things. Like if you're at home, is she expecting you to stay at home forever, or is she holding you down for now, expecting you to build up and upgrade yourself, so to speak, for lack of better terms? And sometimes I think it'd be those other things that she's expecting to be done that he doesn't do. And I think then it becomes an issue. What she said, build up with your team. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so how would you so how are you choosing your partner?
Yes,
Keisha. Mm-hmm.
What are the three things you have to have overall? The other things, what has to be in alignment with you for your partner? Three top things. It don't really matter what it is. You don't have to be political. If you say big butt and smile, okay, cool. Well, not you, Keisha. But yeah, so I don't have a problem with the woman being she's a spiritualist woman.
Right.
Okay, we said the same thing. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the woman being a breadwinner at all. I know y'all probably hear that. It'll go away after a while. Somebody trying to call me.
She said team builder. Okay. I'm glad she brought that up about team builder. There was something really, and I had to get it off the print actually.
But like she said, she had mentioned something earlier about having goals. And I didn't have no goals at the time. My main focus was going back to VA and get back to what I was doing. Because I had just set something up that was going to bring some big time bread. But could have brought some big time numbers behind the bars too. So I'm glad that didn't play out because that won't be. I won't cut out for that. I won't cut out for that. I was just chasing some paper. We have goals together. If one up, we both up. Yep, that's the way I feel. That's the way I feel. She the breadwinner, so what? Help me to get my funds up. And then we can both be breadwinners. Yeah, like I said, I had to. But when she presented me with, I don't know, we said this before. I don't know if I told y'all the story, but when it got kind of serious, we talked about later on, a few years down the road, maybe looking at being married. And right then and there, I did an evaluation of myself and what I had to offer. And everything that I had to offer was kind of not solid. It can go away at any minute. And I mean, that's the thing with anything, but not only it can go away, I could have went away, either jail or death, either way. She said, can't go on camera, got permanent.
Girl, that's
fine.
okay.
It's fine. It's all right. Maybe next time, it's all good. But yeah, so I did a self-evaluation. I was like, yo, what do I have to offer? And that's what I talk about sometimes when I say my upbringing of a man is supposed to provide. Like the person that spoke out of turn, talking about I didn't have nothing to offer. Even though I say he spoke out of turn, they were right. But they were wrong because they had no clue what they was talking about. Because what they talking about was just this And I had that. And I was setting up something to have even more of that. Like I just said, I could have went away doing jail time on the casket. I got plenty of friends I grew up with. Some I call my brothers. Ain't here no more. They went a long time ago. They passed a long time ago to the streets. And we used to run neck and neck together all the time. And two of them died a year apart from each other. And it was crazy. One died on this corner. Next year, the other one died on the opposite corner. Same block, just opposite corners. So I did a self-evaluation. I was like, okay, I got to find something more solid. And I did a real self-evaluation, me by myself, so you can do that. I was like, I'm tired of school. I don't want to go back to school. So college was out my window. I'm not doing that. And I kept looking around, seeing what I can do, and I chose the military. Because prior to that, I went and got me a regular 9-to-5 job, started working. My pops owned an apartment complex at the time, and I had my own apartment with hardly nothing in it. But I was like, I can't take her out of where she at and bring her here. But she's stable here, then bring her to some here that's not really that stable. So I made some grown man decisions and put them into play.
Okay.
So we got about a little less than 15 minutes left. Anybody have any questions concerning us?
It's just start on. Everybody else has got it.
Let's go.
Yeah. It was funny because when I did this too, I was kind of taking a whole approach of picking a partner. When you pick a partner the same way you pick a business.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's somebody you're going to build with.
Yeah.
So you want to look at their strengths and see how their strengths match your strengths.
I'll be the con to that is I can work with a lot of people. I can't hang with a lot of people.
And that's actually
I can do business with somebody.
Right.
As long as we have the business. And then when it gets personal, some people I push to the side.
And exactly.
So I can't use the same.
You can't use the same, but you can take some of the same attributes.
Of course.
Right. Of course. So you use some of that too, like you said, for building purposes.
Of course.
To kind of build because you want to build your team. You want to build you're building your family, you're building your legacy. So you want to look for attributes to build your team, to build your legacy.
Right.
So basically, that's what I'm asking. That's why I kind of picked this topic. What are you looking for as far as building your legacy, the person that you're choosing? And I kind of put that out there because I know we were saying that at some point we're going to set up like a meet and greet.
Oh yeah, singles meeting.
Right. So these are like things that
couples retreat.
And we're doing
right.
So these are things that I kind of want to throw out there for them to kind of think about. So that we ask them to throw together things about themselves, you know what I'm saying, or things that they're looking for. Or I say, okay, I need y'all to put a resume or something together. You'll know.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, oh Lord. You'll know, okay, well, we've had some of these conversations. So it ain't a whole surprise. We've had these conversations. You can go back and go look at these videos and you can say, you know what, we did talk about that. We did hit on that. You know what? That was answered or was talked about and it sparked something. So it ain't like, it's coming out of left field. It is some food for thought and it is something that you can go back and you can kind of resonate on.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Yeah.
I'm listening to that, I just laugh at myself. I'm like, I really didn't have them ideas or those looking for that special certain qualities. I just at the time just.
Or you didn't know you was looking for her.
Well, that could very well be that I didn't know I was looking for it. Like I said, I had a few things there. Like I just wanted to make sure the women I'm dealing with on a serious basis that if I did have a child, can I spend the rest of my life? Because I didn't want to have a child. Because I didn't want to have a baby. I didn't want to have any baby.
So he was okay with not having somebody that didn't know how to cook?
See, that's one of the things is in dating, I would have figured that out. That's not even an attribute to me because sooner or later you're going to cook for me. I'm going to cook for you. I know whether you can cook or not, and you can't cook. Like, hey, look, let's go take some classes. Or come over here. Let me show you how I cook this. Let me show you how I cook that. So, I mean, I think those some things
she didn't have good housekeeping.
Well, that's something we have to work on. It depends on how bad. If you're just nasty, we probably ain't even dating.
But what if you didn't find that out until after we got married?
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to work on that.
What can you say? She said, "I'm in trouble. I don't like to cook."
Liking and knowing
how to cook are two different things, right?
Because the man might.
He might like to cook. He might like to cook. Like right now,
she don't cook no more whatsoever.
I don't.
That's why. Who's a divorce lawyer out here? Somebody help me out. I'm about to kick her to the curb.
Why you want to be so?
She don't cook no more. Me and Casey do just about all the cooking.
But I've cooked this entire marriage. Anytime that you should be so what? Anytime that Rose has a verse.
No. Stay in your lane, stay in mine.
And what is your lane?
You gonna cook? That's my lane.
So why am I working?
Because
exactly. Right. Let's shut the damn man.
But and we getting you that? That's good. She needs you break.
Thank you.
No, Keisha, no.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
We gotta find an alarm for Keisha. Yeah.
No. We like
absolutely
that.
Wrong.
We
don't even know what you're getting.
There you go.
No.
Thank you.
We don't need none of that.
Yes.
Keisha has officially been kicked off.
No, she has not. No, she hasn't. No, she has not. No, she's absolutely right. There's some.
Keisha's been kicked off.
And you can't say I don't cook no more.
No,
I cooked for you what? Twice last week.
Did you?
Yeah. See.
Last week.
Yeah.
What did you cook? Tell people what you cooked.
I fried some chicken and something else. Some I don't even eat.
She fried some chicken. She did.
Some I don't eat. I think I cooked like 2 days back to back at that.
She fried some chicken.
I did.
Tell people how it is when I cook for you.
What you mean?
I fried chicken?
No, because I don't eat chicken.
What do I do?
I don't know. What do you do, Kel?
So I'm going to stop doing what I normally do.
Let me tell you what he...
No. I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Let me tell you
and when we come back, she going to probably have something to say about it.
I'm going to tell you what he made for me the other night. He made me some wine from scratch. He made his own. You know, I like wonton soup. But, you know...
Wonton soup with pork vegetable dumpling is what I made.
Yeah, and he made it himself. And it was actually pretty good.
It was very good.
It's really, really good. Considering, I'm very picky about what I eat. And I don't do pork like that either. So, I was shocked because I normally do like a vegetable somebody, and I actually ate it.
No, you're not. You're going to keep doing what you're doing. I'm hungry. Hey, Keisha,
Look,
you can stay hungry.
I'm hungry too. He got me.
That's all she get from now on.
I got cucumbers.
When we get divorced, I'm going to leave her all the cookbooks. That's all she can have. I'm going to take everything else. I'm going to take everything else. That's all she needs, some cookbooks. Cookbook, and I'm going to leave her a tablet or something so she can look at YouTube and get some new recipes.
I'll be eating out every night.
I'm not going to take all your money. Yeah, Burger King right now. You got to get one of them to give you worms. Oh, heck no. Don't give me no cucumber. See, Keisha, so talk to her, Keisha. Because she's gonna be on a ramen noodle diet here soon. She gonna eat them. She gonna eat them when I'm gone. I'm gonna leave you one pot, one fork, one spoon, and all the cookbooks.
He took so much trash. That man don't know what to do without. He don't know what to do without. If you sit up here, you play gangster, all you want, right? Where you going? Where you going?
Remember, she controls the bank. You don't know how to use the cup. You throwing jabs. Wait till I see you.
Yes,
you throwing jabs.
Yes. Wait, hold on. Let me give it that.
See, she don't even know how to use it.
There she go.
Remember your cigarettes? That was back then. I upgraded. Keisha, I upgraded.
It don't matter.
I upgraded. Ask me if I know my car now.
That's okay, though.
I upgraded, Keisha. I can't believe you went there.
Yes.
Twig, see, this is what I mean. You're supposed to be on here. Yeah, he gone, but this is what I mean. You're supposed to be on here. Give me some support. I got people with double team.
I'm telling you, I got the real support.
Maria checked out because Hector probably like, you better not.
That's all right. You got support right here. This is what we do all day, every day. And guess what?
We got about 2 more minutes, y'all.
And we have come to the end. And always, my girl, Keisha, always come through. Real quick, for those that don't know, when you going to come on so we can highlight your business? Next week. We are scheduled for next week. You can come on, April 16th? It's a Saturday. If you come on, we can highlight your business. Come on and tell everybody about your business. Yes?
Yeah, we'll highlight your business. I love that.
So you can tell everybody about your business and you can put it out here some more.
Oh, she's from live?
Oh, no. No. I mean, you ain't got to change your day. If you want to live, that's fine. That's our next day. Don't change your stuff. Our 16th is just going to be doing the next live. It's a Saturday, 6 to 8. That's just our schedule. We ain't got to change we just would highlight businesses. So that's all. Though, if you're going live, do your live. We just pick another day.
Because next time we come back, it's probably Recipe to Chivalry and Recipe to Divorce. So y'all tune in for that because we'll get better business. The business and the boot. Matter of fact, Keisha, you get on too. So I'm going to give you the boot and her the boot. Talking about me like I lost you.
Look, where you going?
Yeah, whatever I want. She said good night. All right, guys, 8 o'clock.
And guess what?
And that's it.
We thank everybody that has been watching. It's been
Have a great night.
This has been Recipe2chivalry. And
I am Kelly. We out. Thank you for joining. See you next time. We didn't do YouTube because you clicked on YouTube but you didn't go live. Yeah, you opened the page, you did pull it up.
I pulled it up, but I didn't know if we needed to do something else other than that.
I thought you had it going. over here was like,
I had doing everything.
got halfway through already.
Nuh-uh. I had 30 seconds. Sorry, just need to upload the video.
It's uploaded to